Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Sorry for the technical difficulty, but we are here. It took a little while for the flight to get in from Africa, but I'm here tonight all the way from Nigeria. Yes, I pay homage to my sisters in Africa, and we celebrate Breast Cancer Month this year. We celebrate the survivors. I am Dr. Florine Fulks, and it's tea time. Yes, I am drinking from the cup of blessings today. God has blessed us in so many ways. The cup say, count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings and see what God has done. I'm excited tonight. And I want you, my Facebook friends and my YouTube friends, to continue to write me at drflorinefolks@gmail.com. I love your questions. Also, subscribe. Hit subscribe to Dr. Florine Folks on YouTube. It's so important that you hit the word subscribe. Amen. So we can all be one big happy family. And I celebrate tonight from the cup of count your blessings. Yes. Are you ready to get started? Oh, wow. We got a loud crowd tonight, and they are so excited. Let us start from last week, from the question that I did not answer. That question is, I am a 36-year-old married woman with a teenage daughter. My husband and I love each other, and we share no secrets. I even have the password to his iPhone, and he have the password to mine. Here's my question, Dr. Folks. 2 weeks ago, I misplaced my diamond earrings, and I went to look in his car, my husband, for my diamond earrings. However, I found two things that disturbed me. An open box of condoms. Did I say condom? Because they married. And another cell phone, which I have now hidden in my possession. He claimed that condoms his friend, who is a single man. And his other cell phone is just there for emergency, just in case he's traveling and the iPhone dies. When I asked him for the password to get into that phone that I found, he yelled and said, I'm not giving it to you. Should I be concerned about either the open box of condom or the hidden cell phone that he refused to give me this particular password? I'm going to answer you, Miss Myrtle Beach. Yes, you should be concerned. You should be concerned because you the one said you have no secrets. You said that y'all very loving and very quiet. And all you did was look for your earring. But you found an open box of condoms. Question number one, why is his friend leaving open box of condoms in another man's car? Do his friend have a car on his own? Or is his friend doing things that he hasn't been doing with his girlfriend? You know, what's going on with the friend? Why would a friend have an open box of condoms in your car? Why would I have my favorite fruitcake at my girlfriend's house? I want to eat it myself. Therefore, I don't know about them. These my friends condoms. Nah. Yes, you ought to be concerned about that. Second thing is, he gave you the password to his main telephone. Then it should be no problem. Him giving you the password to the phone that he claimed is for emergency uses. I got a problem with somebody hide stuff and don't want to reveal it to you. It's probably because he has something to hide. Huh? That's why he's hiding it. But the phone wouldn't even bother me. If he had another phone, I figure he talking to somebody he ain't got no business talking to. But that open box of condom, we got a problem with the condom. We got a problem with the condom. So yes, the answer to your question, you need to go sit down and have a talk with your husband and figure out what's really going on. All right, let's go to the next one. Our new question today hails from Manning, South Carolina. Manning, South Carolina. I have a ninth grader who desires to be a lawyer after graduating from high school. She want to go to law school. She's been in resource classes during elementary and middle school. She's having great difficulties transitioning from self-contained resource classes into general regular ed classes. She's in the ninth grade. She's having some problems now. I understand that you are an advocate, Dr. Fulks, for children with learning disabilities and also physical disabilities that may impede their learning in regular ed. And I am. My question is, how can I convince the IEP team, the principal, or the district to give her a paraprofessional or a shadower to help her navigate through 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade because she's having a problem? What do I do? Because I want my child's dreams to come true. First of all, you left out the main thing. What is this child's disability? You never said what is the child's disability. Number two, if the child have been in self-contained resource all through elementary, all through middle school, that is the reason why they're having difficulty navigating through high school. They never sat in a regular ed classroom. That's going to be very challenging and very difficult for that child. So you can't really convince them to give her a shadower because I'm not sure if a shadower would do her no good because she's missed so many critical years learning in a regular ed classroom. I'm not sure if a shadower would do her any good. But I do have another option for you. Email me again, and I will share with you my option for your ninth grader. And I will give that to you. It's too long now, and we're not going to go into those details. But I love children, and I have a desire to help you. Email me again, and I will give you your option. Amen? All right. All right. Are y'all excited tonight? Yeah. All right. Question number 2. All the way from Orangeburg, South Carolina. I love Orangeburg, the home of the Bulldog. I am a 48-year-old woman, and my husband is 54. We have been married for 17 years. 4 years ago, he had prostate cancer, and the treatment that he chose for the cancer left him unable to have sex. He has dealt with that and accepted his condition. But over here on the west side of the bed, I got some issues with that. So I don't want to speak to Dr. Fulks tonight. I want to speak to Pastor Fulks tonight. Do I ask God to completely numb me from the waist on down? Because right now, I'm having some issues with him not being able for 4 years to be intimate with me. What do I do? Again, I want to speak to Pastor Fulks, not Dr. Fulks. Before I answer that, this is called tea time with who? With who? It is not tea time with Pastor Fulks. But they have two totally different opinions. But since you called for Dr. Fulks, I'm going to call for her to come in the room. Dr. Fulks, can you come in the room? I didn't say, Joe Biden, Dr. Fulks, can you come in the room? She come. Whoop. This is Pastor Fulks. God bless you. I trust that your day was wonderful. The Lord is good. When I woke up this morning with him on my mind, I began to thank him and I began to praise him for another opportunity. Now, young lady, your question is, watch the pastor. The pastor. You married your husband for death do you part. In sickness and health. Richer or poor. Whatever he's going through, you must too understand and love him still. And as a pastor, I'm going to say to you, I know you're having a difficult time because you're human. And you ask the question, could you ask God to numb you from the waist down? It's not going to happen because you are a woman. You are a woman and you got feelings. But you have to understand the sickness that your husband went through. And he's not able. Now, if you want to know some other alternative, you're going to have to call Dr. Fulks back in the room. But she's not available because you asked for Pastor Fulks. So Dr. Fulks is not going to tell you what else to do. But Pastor Fulks is going to say, pray for your husband. Because as God said in the book of Jeremiah, I am the potter. You are the clay. Your husband is the clay. He can mold him and shape him. He can restore. He can replenish. And he can revibrate. God can do anything but fail. So you wait on God. You pray for yourself and for your husband. And remember your vow in sickness and in health. For it's both as you shall live till death do you part. Dr. Fulks, come back in the room. Next question. See, you should have been asking Dr. Fulks. I would have gave you some answers. All right, let's move. I'm from Greenville, South Carolina. My son is 7 years old and plays in a football little league. You know, the little flag football, whatever little league for his age group. He plays with his friends, and he's so excited to be playing. He loves it, but he rarely gets playing time. The head coach, son, is also on the team. His son gets most of the playing time. And I want to see my son's skills be activated and developed too. My question, Dr. Fulks, do I confront the coach about his clear intention and focus on his son and not the other boys? Do I just get all the parents together and we go meet with all the coaches and voice our opinion? Because we too want our son to shine. What is your opinion on that, Dr. Fulks? Here's my opinion. I'm pretty sure y'all paid a fee for your son to be on that. I've never seen a little league, a little flag football free. Got a little uniform. That's so cute. I think if that is your concern about your child not getting any playtime, go and ask. Why is little Johnny not getting any playtime? Maybe little Johnny can't play. Maybe little Johnny can't run fast like the other boy. And maybe the coach is focused on winning. So he going to put the star as quarterback. Therefore, do I think it's fair? I don't think it's fair. They too little. They too little. Give all the boys a chance. Give all the kids a chance to run with the ball or whatever. It's about fun at this age. They're not going to be a Drew Pearson or Emerson Ward or Roger Staubach next year. Or them the Cowboys. Yes. They're not going to be that right now. But I do understand you wanting your child. So yes, you don't be gather up no lynch mob to go to no coaches, because all of your little boys going to be off the team. So, and you probably will get your money back. So you go talk to the coaches. I want my little boy to get a little time. Let him play a little bit. You can, and if he don't listen, guess what? I got the main answer for you. There's other little football teams that you can put them on. Take him off that team and put him on another team so he can get a fair amount of running time. That's all you can do, because they're not going to college tomorrow. He's 7. All right, let's move on. Do y'all like that? All right. This comes from Camden, South Carolina, right next door to Columbia. I am a 49-year-old mother of 2 kids. My oldest daughter is 14. She just turned 14. I've been married for 6 years. I work third shift as a psychiatric nurse. My husband has been laid off for 1.5 years, and because of his prison record, haven't been able to maintain a job. Hard to get a job when you got a prison record. My question is this: I never let my kids go nowhere without me. Nowhere. So I'm trying to figure out, Dr. Fulks, how my 14-year-old daughter get pregnant. 14. She's pregnant. And she don't go nowhere. May I remind you of this, Dr. Fulks. I'm going to the school, which is a private school, and I'm going to tear that school upside down until they give me some answers, because she don't go nowhere but to school and home and the church or wherever I take her, to the mall or whatever. I want to know what happened. And they better answer me. My question is, should I bring my lawyer to the school, or where do I need to start? Do I go directly to the superintendent? My answer, Miss Camden, you might not have to go nowhere. Charity starts at home. You might need to sit your daughter down before you go anywhere. Your daughter, not the stepdaddy. You and your daughter leave the house. When you have a child that's just turned 14, she's pregnant, you don't ask her no questions at the house. You take her from the house and say, you gonna tell me today how you got pregnant and who's the daddy? You can tell me, because I'm going to take you to school, embarrass you in front of all your peers, and we're going to find out what's going on. If for some strange reason, kids lie and don't want to tell you who the daddy is, just sit back and wait. 9 months will come. 9 months coming. You can't keep a baby in your stomach for 3 years. What are you, an elephant? In 9 months, the baby is coming. That's why they got DNA. You'll find out the truth then, but you're going to find out before then. You sit your daughter down and talk to her before you go to that school acting like a nut and find out what has happened. Who have she been with? What's going on? Don't go to the school yet. Talk to your daughter and find out. And by the way, you don't have to wait till she have the baby to get a DNA. Okay? But the answer I have for you is speak to your daughter. I got a question for you though, mama. Your husband is an ex-convict. You only been married to him for 6 years. Where you come from leaving your daughter? Now, 6 years. So 6 years ago, from 14, she was what? 9? 8? She was 8 years old, y'all. So you've been working third shift. So since she was 8, she was left alone with a stranger. He's not her father. You don't know what happened to him in prison. He could have dropped the soap many times. Lord help me today. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with y'all mothers, leaving y'all little girls with strange men. You got some fathers that crazy, let alone a stepfather. All right, I'm going to work. Your stepdaddy gonna keep you. Oh, he gonna keep you all right. Listen, I don't know that for a fact, and I'm not accusing that man of that. But I will say this to you. Never put your child in harm's way. Never. All right, let's move on. All right, let's move on. I am a mother who have been married and no, my mother, she's from Columbia, South Carolina. See, I need to start reading these questions in advance so I can be familiar, but I read the question the first time when you hear them. My mother died from cancer, ovarian cancer, 8 years ago. She's been married to my stepdad for about 7 years before she died. He buried my mom. My mom recently died. He buried my mom out of state in his family gravesite. But my mother always said she wanted to be buried beside her first husband and our grandmother, her mother. But he didn't do that. He took our mother out of state and buried her on his family gravesite. Do you think we should take him to court or just get my uncles, Rakim, them to move her body late at night and bring her back to Columbia and just dig her up and bring her back? Or should we get a lawyer and fight for the legal rights to go get my mother from out of state and bring her back to the family so she could be buried beside our dad and her mother? Those was her last wish before she died. What do you think? Okay, I'm going to answer that next week. I can't wait to answer that one. All right, thank you all for joining in to Tea Time. We trust that you will continue to write in at drflorinefolks@gmail.com or go on YouTube at Dr. Florine Folks and hit the button subscribe. I thank you, and I can't wait to see y'all on next week. Thank you.